Tom Aspinall has finally made it clear, once it's finished with Ciryl Gane, he wants Jon Jones next. The heavyweight champion isn't holding back anymore. After months of waiting for Jones to step up, Aspinall's patience has run out. With his showdown against Gane just around the corner, Tom is already setting his sights on the biggest name in the sport. He wants the fight that fans have been demanding, to end the debate once and for all and prove who truly runs a heavyweight division.
Cyryl's the guy I'm fighting, so he's the biggest test right now. Jon Jones is retired, so I really have much to say on that, to be honest. I'm fighting this guy, and this guy's really good, so I'll be as ready as I can be.
What if Ciryl Gane wins? And then John's like, I'm back. I already was in the testing pool. I was in the testing pool before he won. Give me a title shot. Would that not be the most ultimate move of all time? That shit would be hilarious.
That would be devious.
That shit would be hilarious.
It would be funny.
That shit would be hilarious.
He's gonna get hated on for that.
Don't care.
But it's gonna
he would make $10 million to become the heavyweight champ again.
Over a guy he just took down relatively. My man came out, he threw a couple of strikes, he said, nah, we wrestling.
Ciryl, do you feel like because everyone in your division seems to be just talking about Jon and Tom, that you are being unfairly forgotten as one of the best in the world at your weight?
Yeah, that's okay. I'm okay with this situation. You see, like, for the moment, I'm just focused on Volkov. And after, we're going to talk maybe if I win this Saturday, me, Tom, what's going to happen. But for the moment, I got no ego.
Yeah, I understand you don't want to talk about it. Do you believe that maybe outside of Jon Jones, you versus Tom is probably the biggest fight in this division?
Yeah, probably, yeah, probably.
In his recent interviews, Tom Aspinall made it crystal clear, once he takes care of business against Ciryl Gane, there's only one fight that truly matters: Jon Jones. He's grown tired of the endless waiting and the constant uncertainty surrounding Jones. From Tom's perspective, Jones has been avoiding real competition, holding up the division, and keeping the heavyweight scene on pause for far too long. Aspinall is ready to change that, once and for all.
You said the timeline for Jones, 2 weeks to decide what to do with the title, whether it takes the fight or you're going to strip him.
Jon Jones called us last night and retired. Jon Jones is officially retired. Tom Aspinall is the heavyweight champion of the UFC. So International Fight Week starts Monday in Las Vegas, and Tom will be in Vegas all week with us, so we'll get together with him and figure out what's next.
Nah, man, Jon's retired. What are you talking about, guys? You guys don't follow Jon on social media? Me too, but the guy is living his best life. He's had a fantastic career, we all know. We know Jon's a religious man, so I want to say God bless him moving forward in what he does with his life and his career. We move on. I'm the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. I'm ready to take on all comers, get this division moving again. Everybody's getting sick of this stuff, so Jon's retired and it's time that we move on.
If I were to entertain fighting again, the person that's most deserving, it would be Alex Pereira. Alex has beat many champions. He's knocking out everybody. He has the opportunity to become a 3-division champion. He's more of a legend and a star than Aspinall. Aspinall to me is no difference than Dominic Reyes, just another up-and-comer that's exciting right now. I'm not into gambling my legacy for what's exciting.
I'm UFC heavyweight champion. Get in the bag. I don't want to get beat up in front of millions of people. My next opponent, Ciryl Gane, I've spent a fair bit of time with him. We've been on a few parties together, but it's me and him, so it has to be him.
Aspinall is like, we've only seen him smash. We've never seen him be the nail.
And nobody ever, right? And I thought Pavlovich was going to be the one that's like, all right, it's going to be a banger. And then he just puts him to sleep.
And he took Pavlovich's fight with a rib. He couldn't even wrestle.
Yeah, sure. No,
he's so fast for a heavy.
Aspinall has made one thing clear. If Jon Jones truly believes he's the greatest of all time, then it's time to prove it inside the octagon against this new wave of heavyweight talent. The MMA world can't stop talking about it. Joe Rogan called it the biggest heavyweight fight of the modern era. Daniel Cormier described it as a legacy-defining clash. And even veterans like Michael Bisping and Chael Sonnen agree that, stylistically, Tom Aspinall might just be the man capable of ending Jon Jones' reign.
I guess the clarifying question then is, if Dana and Hunter do come to you after this fight, the figures make sense to you, would you then be open to fighting Tom Aspinall, or are you categorically thinking, he does nothing for me, I will not fight that guy?
He does nothing for me. He does nothing for me. If you're a person that wants to see me really challenged, then I get it. 7 years younger, like 35 pounds bigger than me, right? I get it. It's like, wow, this Jon's so good. We finally found someone way younger and way bigger than him. Let's see how he does against that. I get that narrative. But for me, if you were my manager, if you were on my team, why not fight against Pereira, a guy who's the same age as you, and we walk around the same exact size? Business-wise, it makes more sense. Fight the, I'm gonna call him this, fight the nobody that may be more dangerous, or fight the guy with all the accolades, who's incredibly dangerous, but it actually will affect your legacy?
The Jon Jones that you saw will not be the Jon Jones that fights Tom Aspinall. Teddy Atlas. I had this conversation with Teddy, and I said, Coach, he's not missing. He's spinning around backwards where he can't even see the opponent. I don't think he missed a shot against Stipe. When I spoke to Tom said was watching slow motion. He said, I got all the respect for Stipe, but he was simply too slow, and Jon was too slow. Not one of those spins, not one of those things would have I ever been there, and that is a real reality with youth. Generally, you will give that back for size. Like if Tom Aspinall turns out to be the faster of the two, oh, by the way, and he's that big, that'd be something. That'd be something special to see.
GSP, why is that fight not happening?
Well, it could be for two reasons. It's either that Jon Jones is using a strategy to have more money.
You could say it, GSP. Go for it. Come on, say what you want to say.
If he has no intention of coming back, that's not right. Make negotiation happen, or get things moving.
Doesn't seem like Jon really likes the topic. He actually walked off a podcast the other day because he got asked about the topic, and
really,
he was like, "Yeah, I'm done here."
Let's be honest. Tom Aspinall isn't just another contender. He's fast, explosive, and technically brilliant, yet calm under pressure like a veteran. His striking accuracy, fluid transitions on the ground, and razor-sharp fight IQ make him one of the most complete and dangerous heavyweights the UFC has ever witnessed.
Which is Tom Aspinall fights Pavlich and takes that fight on 2 weeks' notice and becomes the interim champion and fucks his back up and can't train at all. But Aspinall, like that he's something special. He really is something special. He's a very unusual example. Because he's a heavyweight, and he's a big guy, a really big guy, but he moves so fast. And his coach, Colin, I forget, it's from Cabal, this gym that he trains at in the UK. Colin Huron, he trained Darren Till. Colin, from the early days of the career, was like emphasizing his speed. And so his speed has always been like extraordinary compared to other heavyweights. Like he just fucking moves in. It's all like fast, explosive movements. So he's got natural speed, but then he's also got a lot of training to execute quickly. So when he moves in, he closes the gap. You can see like, fuck, he's fast for a big guy.
Right.
Well, I definitely believe the fight will happen this year. Seems like Jones is up for it. Seems like the UFC want it to happen. I mean, they said to Tom Aspinall, it's a done deal, it's going to happen. And it would just be such a shame if that fight didn't happen. I think it's going to happen International Fight Week, Las Vegas 2025. But what do I know? I'm not basing that on any inside information. Excuse me. I'm not basing that on any inside information. I know what you know. When Joe Rogan said apparently he wants 30 million, good for him. I hope he gets paid that money. I hope he does, and I hope we get to see the fight. And if it isn't 30 million, maybe it's around that. Maybe it's 20 million, 25. Maybe it's more, like you say. I think the demand for this fight will be there. I think it's incredible that in this day and age, we're talking about these kind of fight purses being involved in mixed martial arts. I said this in my video. When I started MMA, I'm talking pre-UFC, when I first started like regional level MMA, everybody said, if you're getting into this sport for money, you're in the wrong sport. And I was like, holy cow, this is the only reason why I'm getting involved in this sport. And of course, I did pretty well. And now we're seeing people, obviously Conor McGregor's done fantastic. Lots of people in the UFC have become millionaires through the sport. And now we're seeing, people like Jon Jones getting what was only regarded or what was only seen possible in like the high level superstar boxers, those kind of paydays. Now Jon Jones is getting that, and other people will be down the line as well. I think it's a great sign of the growth of the sport.
For Jon Jones, the real question is, does he still have that championship fire? Can he withstand the youth, speed, and versatility of Tom Aspinall after years of setbacks, injuries, and time away from cage? Some fans believe Jones's experience, strategy, and composure would carry him through with ease. But others argue that Aspinall's athleticism, relentless pace, and hunger could be too much for even the greatest to handle, pushing the legend to his breaking point.
You have to defend what your shit is and say, no, you're not going to take this. And do you know what Jon Jones did? You have it. I don't want to fight. You can have it. This is unbelievable. The greatest of all time. What a load of shit. I'm sorry. Never going to call that him the GOAT. Ever again. Because being the greatest of all time is not just about winning. And that's what Jon Jones doesn't understand. It's about how you conduct yourself throughout the whole of your career. Are you willing to fight the biggest challenges, the biggest tests, go in there and test yourself against everyone? And Jon Jones proved, without a shadow of a doubt, his biggest test, stepped up and he bottled it well and truly.
One thing's for sure. If this fight happens, it would be one of the most talked about matchups in UFC history. But for now, all eyes are on UFC 321. If Tom Aspinall delivers a dominant performance has been promising against Ciryl Gane, there will be no more excuses and no more delays. The fans will demand Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall. And with the UFC's historic White House event on the horizon, it could be the perfect stage for the greatest heavyweight showdown the sport has ever seen. As Aspinall himself said, "Once I'm done with Gane, I'm coming for Jon Jones."